And I just want to say, baby, I love you so much. I'm so happy to be on this journey with you. You are the absolute love of my whole existence.
Happy to be on this journey with you. You are the absolute love of my whole existence.
Yes! Whoop, whoop, whoop! Welcome to Sweet Astrology. Thanks for tuning in. It's been past due for these two right here to come to the forefront on my channel. Justin and Hailey Bieber has been on my hit list, and I am excited to talk about these two sun signs' incompatibility and compatibility. Their sun signs alone being together in a relationship is recommended, but we talking about Justin and Hailey, so it could be a different story from time to time. Now, before I begin, I want to start by saying thank you all for viewing my channel. Please, I'm stretching that please, hit the like button and subscribe. This is going to help my channel to grow so I can be able to expand and get more involved with the videos, people requests, more feedback. It's been a year since this channel been on this platform, so I would appreciate if you all just help me get these videos out to more people. Share the video, comment below. I would greatly appreciate the support. Now let's tap in. We got mutable water and fixed water, plus mutable fire. Now this is a treat for you all because this is the first Zodiac couple video I decided to do pertaining to that one individual being a cusp. Anybody that is familiar with astrology know that we have some cusp types of individuals out here in each zodiac sign. Cusp types of people are not mentioned enough, but it does help clarify the multiple characteristics of that one individual as well. So this should be interesting because I'm going to explain this in the most hoodest way, what it is and what it ain't. Okay. These two right here shows the commitment, but also they shows the bad dysfunction. Justin Bieber already to me is very conceited in his own way. And he's been like that since he started in his singing career. All the praise and attention he received from not only fans, but big celebrities, which all of that helped boosted his career. Mr. Pisces man back then was living his dream that turned into reality. You know, as he continued to grow, no one suspected Justin to cross over into other genres of music. And when he did that, it brought more attention to him. So listening to him on an R&B song and killing it, and then he doing gospel, I mean, you got to give him some credit, right? So, of course, women back then wanted a piece of Justin. He had his options, best believe that. And he's ruled by the fish that represents fantasy and reality. Who don't want to be a part of his world the way he came out and blew up like that? Now, you can get lost into some of these Pisces men world if you're not careful, okay? I'm just saying. Now, the beautiful Hailey, on the other hand, is the kind of low-key, seductive, feisty, Scorp-Sag woman who started out in the modeling industry. And that was a perfect choice for her. Her body type, her look, her boldness, her confidence. And you can't forget her father, so you know, Stephen Baldwin, he's been in the Hollywood industry. So she's already been the it girl when she was coming up. She has a resume of many things that she has engaged career-wise and have dated people like Drake, Jordan Clarkson, Shawn Mendes, and some other people before she finally settled down with Justin Bieber. So she had her fair share of options too. Don't get it twisted. But to me, I think the men that she dated didn't want anything serious with her. Could have been vice versa. It could have been a mutual thing. Now, Scorp-Sag, Cusp types of people will demand for real love and real relationships. They don't have the time to be wasting on a potential maybe. If it's going to happen, then it's going to happen. If not, they will definitely move on quickly. So if that was the case with Hailey dating these other men, the men probably felt the pressure from her. Because she was not about to be on no, bullshit ass type of relationship. She was not going to settle for no short-term title. I don't blame her. Now, Justin and Hailey started dating in 2014. As teenagers, and I believe that the universe brought these two together for a reason. Especially the fact that it started to become an on and off type of thing. So come around 2015, 2016, they reunited for a second time because they did split the first time. And if you take 2009 to 2015, 2016, that right there is a good time frame apart that could indicate that was their relationship transition. And this could be shown in their birth charts. All right. Now, to be honest, these two always kept each other in their back pocket, no matter what. Hailey was like a phone call away whenever something didn't go right with Justin and one of his little old flings, And the thing about it is when they first met and started hanging out together, they created a friendship. So this was written in the stars for them to be together. It was meant. In the year 2015, people were speculating if these two were together, and they was denying the claims. And it was like, nah, I'm not about to know anything. One thing I know about Pisces, Scorpio, and Sagittarius people, they do like to be low-key about certain things. I mean, yeah, you may know who they dealing with, but you ain't gonna know too much about the kissing and the telling at the same time. They're gonna keep some things private. And it could also be from them trying to make sure that their relationship is legitimate. Legitimate enough for the public opinions. Okay, because we know people gonna come with their opinions. Justin, he also confessed that at one time that he didn't want to rush anything with Hailey. And this is still early on when they started to really become just a little bit serious with each other. And he said when it comes to marriage, he felt that he didn't want to rush anything with her because he was still damaged from his past relationships. Selena, for the most part, she tops it all, trust me. And he knew that Hailey was, going to experience his past relationship traumas. Some, not all, Pisces men encounter relationship traumas from being in different relationships or being hurt from just that one past relationship. And it don't make it any better if some of these Pisces men that had kids with these types of women that, they ended up on bad terms with. That, the toxic situations that they end up leaving. Now, between 2016, 2017, these two stopped fucking with each other. And it's so funny to me because they really was on some on and off type of thing. Justin Bieber got jealous of Drake and Hailey friendship, situationship, whatever they had going on. So he dropped Hailey like a bad habit. He was like, oh nah, Drake? Oh no, Drake is like a threat when it comes to him being with other people, women. So he was not having that at all. Mrs. Scorp-Sag really had other options at the time. And being seen with Drake can make anybody think that it's just more than a friendship. Even though her and Drake was just homies, she knew Justin had a cold heart from time to time. So why just not give attention to whoever she had a connection with? That's why she was on a date with Drake. Drake understood her more better. They represent the same sign. Okay? Oh yeah, Mr. Pisces man, he wasn't stimulating her enough either during this phase that they was going through. So this can also indicate to why these two end up separating. That's one thing about relationships. If everything is not 100% and something is lacking, you know, what do people expect other people to do with their time and attention? I believe Justin was still finding himself at the same time. So he may have felt disconnected with Hailey too. You know, going through his own mental issues. Some, not all Pisces people do battle mental and emotional trauma as well. These can be the types that had a rough upbringing, especially with family. It's always some type of family dysfunction. So they tend to rely on the past a lot. You can catch a Pisces man quiet and in his thoughts. He could be dreaming, fantasizing, or thinking of his past. Let alone thinking of a business and a master plan. We already know he's business minded naturally. But other than that, if he's going through real mental health issues, this could indicate what's going on through his mind. So if it's a mental health situation, that also could lead them to drinking, drugging, and partying hard, as well as sleeping around with multiple people with no feelings. This can relate to some Pisces women as well. Trust and believe, I was friends with one of them in the past. Now, they really do battle demons. And that describes Justin at the time when he was going through his own troubles. He didn't care too much for all that attention if it wasn't him being on stage. If he was not on stage performing, stay out his face. And I have witnessed that plenty of times of him going off on people that just be wanting to ask a question, a little bit of paparazzi, fans stalking him, and he wasn't having none of that. Seriously, like Justin stays running people off when the camera is on him. And he is protective of his privacy. This is another trait that a lot of Pisces people struggle with when it comes to handling the spotlight, the demands, and the attention, let alone the questions and the concerns of others. Now, as we move along about these two, for the third time, they hooked back up in 2018. And it's clear at this point that no matter the big ups and the big downs, Pisces man, Scorp-Sag woman know how to have fun together. So some of their compatibilities that they can relate to, they're both full of life, fearless, mysterious, flexible. They really can come together beautifully on good days for the most part. Now, what is even more important about these two is the fact that they always been friends. This is always important in anybody relationship. A friendship, a bond. You get me, I get you at the end of the day. No matter if we bump heads. So when we see Justin acting rudely as fuck towards Hailey, it does make him look like a complete jerk. It also makes us look at her like, girl, you gonna take that disrespect? Because people have rooted for her to leave, but at the same time, she just looking at him like, you know what, nigga? Excuse my language. He ain't even know black man. But I mean, let me just be real though. She do be looking at him like, you know what? I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing because I love you. I love you. I married you for a reason. Now, the year 2018 was major for them. And that year could have been the best time of their life together. You know, they went and got engaged, and I seen nothing but happiness during that time with these two. I believe when it comes to them being at a disconnect, it could be just too many personalities going on. Big egos, maybe, of course, on Mr. Justin Bieber part. A lot of people have been wanting these two to just go your separate ways. Please, end the relationship. Go back to Selena. Hailey, you just go back to doing whatever you was doing. You know, all the disrespect shown to others is not a good sign of real love. You're not going to sit there and disrespect your wife like that to millions of people because they're both popular. But trust that it's the reason why Hailey is staying with Justin. Okay, and vice versa. Trust and believe that. Y'all don't think these two could have been called it quits. Got to be love somewhere. You feel me? They could have been with their separate ways. They still attractive people. They still have a lot going on for themselves. Trust, it wouldn't took neither one of them long to be in another relationship. So I don't think these two agreed to anything. I don't think it's no mutual agreement, no type of we got to stay together because we got businesses together. We done did this. We done did that. It's none of that. Because this relationship to me, it shows that it would just be some good days and it would just be some bad days. I mean, come on now. Ain't this what life is about? Going through the ups and the downs and just having someone to be solely there with you to support you no matter what. Justin said that about her. He was like, yo, she's a ride or die. She never left my side. No matter what. He said that. So, any challenge or challenges can make or break a relationship. But I commend these two for thugging it out for real, for real. Because, chat. Justin would have been got left by me. Keep playing me like that, okay? Boy, don't you ever. I'm just saying. And people still disagree now, even though they feel how they feel. Some people disagree because people don't want Hailey to be treated like that. She don't deserve to be treated like that. They think she's crazy to even want to consider being in a relationship still with Justin after being treated like that. Now, she's a Scorp-Sag Cusp type. This is already telling me the double commitment, the double loyalty that she have with Justin. You know, I will also consider, of course, her moon sign, her rising, her Venus, when it comes down to being down no matter what. But her sun signs definitely is enough just to go off of what's her position when it comes to her being in love. So stick around. It will be a part 2 to the video with these two right here, pertaining to their birth chart edition. You know, it will definitely be a part 2. I can go into depth of their relationship. So stick around for that in the near future. Now, before 2019, they once again tried to deny claims of being married at this point. Hailey uncle exposed them. So once the information got out, these two began planning a wedding. Can't hide it no longer. Probably because, I think they was trying to hide it from the fact that Justin just got done being with Selena months prior to these two hooking back up for the third time around. And this is also the year when Justin began acting out with depression. So when this started to happen, it held off their wedding planning. They ended up purchasing a home, where I also seen that, Justin was already feeling unsafe in certain locations that he was living at due to his fans stalking him and so forth and so on. So he needed something new, something fresh. He didn't want people all in his business. He needed to feel more secure. So they literally had put the wedding on hold for a good bit of times. But, overall, they still end up getting married. And of course, people was hating on their marriage. People were speaking badly on the fact that their marriage wasn't going to last long. And it probably was a struggle with these two when they moved in together for the first time. Justin wanted his space. Hailey wanted to be underneath him. So people seen from the outside looking in, there's something not right with these two. The body language and everything. I feel that in some relationships, people don't know that their partner, their other half, can also have a dark soul attached to them. So when people start to live with one another, it can draw a big wedge in the relationship when people true colors start to come out, and it's not for the good. It's like, dang, we were so close, but once we got into one living quarter, it's a whole different situation going on. And I know some Pisces men can be deviant when it comes to being socially and sexually. Their behavior can become a little abnormal for society. It was hard to see Justin starting out as this cute, innocent kid to then this nice, nasty, self-absorbed, moody person. It was hard to see that transition with him. And Hailey has shown that she can be compulsive towards him. He don't like her being so overwhelmed with him at times. But he also had a bad way of showing her that he didn't want to be too touchy, too bothering. He didn't want her jumping in his conversations or adding her 2 cents. He didn't care for all that at times. So when she stepped over his boundaries, he instantly snapped into this cold-hearted person. People try to warn her. They try to warn her that the marriage decision was a mistake. People also preyed down on their whole relationship, period. So trust and believe, Hailey, she was very aware of, at times, did I make the right decision? She was aware. But obviously she loved this man, because she continued to move forward. She didn't let any of the negativity break her down. And let's not forget that originally she's a Scorpio at the end of the day. Okay? The Scorp-Sag. Scorp represents her first. So she has that natural intuition, as well as, the problem that she also has as a Scorpio woman. The natural intuition can help her see the red flags. It can help her see the problem ahead of time. But she's so curious. She want to join in. She want to see what's really the issue. Now, being that Sag also plays a role with her, this can also explain to why she didn't allow the public to influence her decision being in a toxic relationship. Scorpio and Sagittarius women, they love them some bad boys, okay? So trust and believe, she is not going off of anybody else's feelings to decide if Justin is good for her or not. Y'all can just stop wasting y'all time. Now, here come the year 2020, which was a pretty good year for them too, until it got to the late year of 2020 when Miss Selena Gomez popped up in the picture. All right. And I remember during this time right here when I heard about it and I said, oh, them two gonna get back together. Like, seriously. Because let's not forget, these two right here, their past relationship was also a powerful one too. It's really similar to him and Hailey, you know. Justin really loved Selena Gomez as well. And she's a Cancer Leo cusp. Like, for real, no shit. He loved him some cusp types of females. Okay? Probably because he got his little multiple personalities going on. Crazy. Now, it makes sense why he was connected with Selena heavily during the time that they was together. He was really into her. So, yeah, I was really thinking they was getting back together. But they didn't do that. You know, Selena expressed that she went through some difficult times with Justin because of his mental health issues that turned into emotional and mental abuse for her. She, after a while, couldn't handle that. She said, that nigga crazy. It was also alleged that low-key, even when Justin, you know, being with Hailey, these two were still talking. Low-key. So this is another thing about some Pisces men. They can be sneaky while being in a relationship with someone. Now, I'm not saying they will step out and cheat. All right, to each his own. But talking to other women, definitely, yeah. Keeping in contact with their ex, yes. Yep. I think all water signs is known for that. Especially if they've been in love with their past, you know, ex. So, Justin mentioned that their first year in their marriage was challenging. And he was ready to tap out. Hailey, on the other hand, said the same thing, but she was really more big about sticking around because she's all about loyalty. She didn't want to abandon Justin. She didn't want to abandon Justin during his darkest times. He didn't want to end things with Hailey because he claimed he didn't want to break her heart. Only because he was really scared for the most part. Some Pisces men, they know what's best for them. Rather than, you know, being upfront and being honest. Some Pisces men know what is best for them, but rather still be in miserable situations knowing their happiness should come first. They instead put their happiness on the back burner. They really try to tend to look for the bigger picture. And they care about other people's feelings and really don't consider their own. So with this type of situation, it actually helped Justin, even though it made him realize that quitting their marriage was never the option. You know, real love takes real commitment. You just can't throw in a towel because of a couple of mishaps that comes along the way. It's going to happen. So as we jump forward 2021, these two experience some more real challenges in their marriage. Justin was being rude to Hailey on videos that he recorded. He was also being recorded with her arguing, other people catching them. So, yeah, it wasn't looking pretty good. Now, if people relationship problems are being carried on the outside for the public to see, then yes, at this point, the relationship is out of control. However, they tend to end up working things out at the end of the day. And that's what's really tea for me, because they literally move on like nothing disrespectfully didn't happen. Now, Hailey is not innocent now Because I know I've been coming at Justin really hard, but she's not innocent either. Even though she can handle him. Oh, yes, she can. When he be having his little bizarre ass behavior sometimes. You know, she had plenty of time to choose to leave him or to stay. Being that she is Cusp, Scorp-Sag, she's not leaving him, period. I'm telling y'all. Scorp and Sagittarius people naturally can be the faithful types of people. But that's only if they really LOVE that person. And that's a capital LOVE. Let me make that clear. Because they can also have the tendency to step out. It just depends on that type and the situation of what's going on at hand. Now, the reason why I feel like some of them step out is just the need to feel wanted. Giving them something to be obsessed about. You know, the Scorp-Sag Cusp types of people, the personalities, is more like real emotional. These types of people can be highly sexual. So that's why Hailey can't keep her hands off of Justin. And he just be on his shit sometime. He just be like, girl, stop touching me. Back up. So mean. Just making her feel like she's not needed. And trust, once he snap out of his little phase, whatever's going on with him, he gives Hailey the best of him. Especially when it comes to sex. These two are already seen as beautiful sex couple. You know, they have this type of sex appeal about them. They can pose together seductively with their sexy sex-like features. Yeah. So, best believe, sex in the bedroom for them is like a big fantasy. Because their signs represents fantasies. They can be fantasizers. And of course, Pisces rules all. So sharing that together in the bedroom, it can be mind-blowing. Being that Hailey is Cusp, her sex stamina and performance should be top 10. All right? Don't get twisted. She wouldn't mind fucking all day and night with different experiments going on. A lot of kinks going on. And trust and believe, if Mr. Pisces man, if he's nasty enough, he's down for the get down. Okay? Now, overall, these two built a strong foundation since the time they met. You know, they didn't expect over time that their friendship and the on and off relationships was going to prosper into marriage. So I salute these two at the end of the day, because no matter what, they are still holding it down. In spite of the divorce that could be potentially threatening their marriage. I don't know what's tea, but we'll see. Now, they've been had haters. So this could just be a rumor. And these haters been on their ass with their relationships. Especially with them being back together for the third time. I can understand why some people feel that Hailey shouldn't be accountable for Justin's health and his poor actions at times. But that's her husband, man. That's her husband. That's her friend. That's her man at the end of the day. She's going to do what she naturally feels is right and whatever morals and values that she lives by. She's going to be his loyal partner. Now, even though Justin showed that he was at times disgusted by her, that didn't make him pack his bag to leave her ass either. You know, people go through things, man. And I know just overall, these sun signs anyway can work in a relationship. It ain't got to be about Justin and Hailey. So, if it's Scorp-Pisces, oh yeah, Sag-Pisces, I don't know. You know, Scorpio and Pisces is more recommended than Sagittarius and Pisces. But she's a cusp. So he's getting a blend of good, bad, and all that other good and stuff So he's getting a blend of a little bit of everything with her. Now, do I think these two will get a divorce? I highly doubt it. I don't see it. Their connection to me is just too real. I don't think Selena want his ass back anyway, and he know that. I don't think he got another chance with her. So Justin better stay his ass where he at. He better stay with Hailey, because at the end of the day, that is still real love, period, between these two. They made it this far. They might as well continue on. Okay? And I hope the best for these two. Yes. Now, that's all I have on Mr. Pisces, man, and Scorp-Sag Cusp type of relationship. Justin and Hailey is a prime example that no matter what, they will always be tied together. I hope you all enjoy, man. Stay tuned for some new videos coming out. It's your girl, the real Queen Sweets, and I